Good evening and welcome to the September 25th workshop of the Penfield Planning Board. We'll begin tonight's event with a Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Michelle, you want to call the roll?
Burton?
Burton here.
Aken?
Aken here.
Kanauer?
Kanauer here.
Tydings?
Tydings here.
Sangster?
Sangster here.
Weissar?
Weissar here.
O'Connor?
O'Connor here.
Perigno here.
Okay, everybody get a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting?
Yep.
Yep.
I have a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. I was like, what?
Burton?
Burton, aye.
Aken?
Aken, aye.
Kanauer?
Kanauer, aye.
Tydings?
Tydings, aye.
Okay, Doug, you want to go through the table applications?
All right. Tabled application number 1 is the Northrup Penfield Solar. We've been in contact with the applicant. We sent them our project review committee memo today. From my understanding, the principal was out on vacation, so they haven't had, they've been working on things, but they haven't been doing much in the forefront. They're still working on things, so they've asked to be tabled tonight. Okay.
Do we
So
need
I
a
will-
motion for that?
Yeah, so moved.
Just continue table?
Continue tabled.
Okay,
So moved.
okay.
Tydings, second.
Burton?
Burton, aye.
Aken?
Aken, aye.
Kanauer?
Kanauer, aye.
Tydings?
Tydings, aye.
And same for
Harris Road, same
Okay.
thing. They're still working on plans. We hope to get the project review committee memo out to them tomorrow,
Okay.
so that they have that to be able to work on that and get us revised plans.
Okay, I'll move to table the Harris Road solar project.
Tydings, second.
Burton?
Burton, aye.
Aken?
Aken, aye.
Kanauer?
Kanauer, aye.
Tydings?
Tydings, aye.
All right, application number 3, Bramble Ridge, section 4. So we have been in contact with the applicant's engineer. They're still going back and forth with the fire marshal and the chief of Penfield Fire Company regarding fire code requirements for the 2 furthest lots off of the cul-de-sac. Okay.
Okay.
We did provide that correspondence to you guys. Yep, thank you. Okay, I move to continue tabling this matter.
I'll second.
Burton?
Burton, aye.
Aken?
Aken, aye.
Kanauer?
Kanauer, aye.
Tydings?
Tydings, aye.
All right, tabled application number 4, 1784 Jackson Road, Penfield Country Club, the maintenance building. So at the last meeting, the board directed staff to draft up a Part 2, Part 3 EAF, as well as a draft approval resolution for your consideration. We have put that together. I will note the one condition that was added as part of the clearing in the woodlot. Two trees are required under the tree replacement policy, so we do have a condition in there that those be shown on the site plan, the final site plan. Okay, Kelly?
So, let's see.
So
Everything is
First
all
vote we
good.
would need, yep, everything's good?
Yeah.
So first vote we would need would be on the, to authorize Jim to sign the Part 2, Part 3 EAF.
Okay, so moved.
Tydings, second.
Burton?
Burton, aye.
Aken?
Aken, aye.
Kanauer?
Kanauer, aye.
Tydings?
Tydings, aye.
And the second vote we would need is on the approval resolution.
Okay, so moved.
Tydings, second.
Burton?
Burton, aye.
Aken?
Aken, aye.
Kanauer?
Kanauer, aye.
Tidings?
Tydings, aye.
Okay, and then we do have one new business item. The Chick-fil-A at 2051 Fairport 9 Mile Point Road. So post-approval, staff met with the applicant. They are looking to do a couple of site plan modifications to the approved site plan. Overall, they're looking to mostly land bank parts of the development. In this case, the third drive-through lane. They're looking to land bank. As part of that, they would reduce the canopy that's covering that area, bringing it within the setback. So that setback variance, while it is still granted, is no longer being utilized. In addition, this brings up the green space by, I believe, around 4%. They were already compliant with our requirement for green space, but any additional green space is always desired. As part of this, there are minor changes to the building. The building is shifting a little bit further south by about a foot to allow their small addition on the building. That small addition is about 86 square feet. It's small enough that it generally does not require approval by the board. It's smaller than our threshold for bringing it back to the board, but we did want to make note of it, that it's there. And then rotating the outdoor dining area, really just a reconfiguration of that space. Overall, net reduction in impact on the site, introducing more green space, removing impervious space, and removing a drive-through lane.
Mr. Bebout, you have anything you'd like to add to that synopsis?
That was perfect. I don't know if this is on.
Yeah, it is.
That was perfect. The only thing I would add is we are designing this site as if that third drive-through lane impervious area is there. So if in the future it was ever added, it's already accommodated for.
So those are the staff members that would get wet if it rained or snowed and you open that third lane? Is that
That's correct.
Is that where you're going? Okay, just checking. Does anybody have any questions for these modifications? Nope.
No.
Kelly? So I don't have any issue with this at all, Doug. I think this not only lessens the impact of the project, but takes away some of the concerns that the public had when we went through the approval process, and I move to approve.
I'll second.
Burton,
Burton, aye.
Aken,
Aken, aye.
Kanauer,
Kanauer, aye.
Tydings.
Kelly. Tydings, aye.
I'm like, yeah.
Kelly, aye.
You speaking for her now?
Yeah.
You guys are so efficient, you're confusing yourself.
You're all set?
Thank you.
Thank you.
And the last item I had on the agenda, just for, to put it on the record, we have provided for you draft 2026 Planning Board meeting date schedule. It's getting to that time of year. So no vote is necessary on it tonight. Just take time to review it, see if there's any dates that don't work or anything you need to make note of. We can take a vote at either the October public hearing or another future date. I know PCTV likes to have it in November, so they can get the website set up for the 2026 dates at the end of the year.
Okay.
All right.
And this concludes our business for the evening, and this hearing is now closed.